Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. We have a lovely guest, Ifrit, with us. She is an avid food blogger এবং ওর ছবি আর রিভিউজ গুলা দেখে I have picked so many places to eat because it gets me hungry. And we have Irina with us. She is my team member at Shape. And here it's me, Oruni. I am founder of Shape. Today we're gonna have a small talk and interview and get to know Ifrit better and her starting off story. So let's get to Ifrit. I think Irina has a few questions. Let's start
All
with that.
right. So before we get into the whole food blogging thing, I really wanted Ifritapu to talk about her volunteering experience. That's actually how I know her. And from when I was probably 16 or 17, that's how I did. It was such an inspiration to see the kind of work she was involved in. And I'm just curious to know how it all started. Like from such a young age, how did you get into all this volunteering? And I know like now I see you do great things across so many platforms, not just locally but internationally as well. So I just wanted to get into that. Like, please tell us how you got started with that, and then we're gonna move on to other questions. So
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Ifrit Tahia, and I am actually from Chittagong. But I was telling Irina and Apu je ami Dhaka atkay achi. So actually, I know both of you through ওই ফিল্ডটাই কিন্তু the entire field of like volunteering and community service and everything. Orni Apu যেরকম ওনাকে চিনি হলো BYLC থেকে. So my journey with leadership and volunteering started with BYLC as well. So back when I was 11 but 12, count করতে হবে, but that's when I did the BYLC Building Bridges Through Leadership Training 3. So that was the third one, and it took place in Chittagong. And I signed up. I think I even signed up because I was grounded at home and I just wanted to get out, and that was my excuse. And I was like, "Acha, it sounds something creative. I'll sign up so I can stay out and do something after school and everything." And then I realized by the end of the program that I really had a knack for, like I have people skills, and I really have a knack for like helping other people out. And ever since, I think it's just kept on going like one thing after another. BYLC এটা শেষ করার পরেই আমাদের যে তখন facilitator যিনি ছিল, so Bhaiya asked me if I wanted to join his team as a zone leader for this organization called Dust Free Bangladesh. So I signed up, I got selected, and then I was leading like a small group in Chittagong, and we were like picking up trash and things from road every now and then. তারপর ওইটা একটু বন্ধ হয়ে গেল। আমারও মানে JSC শেষ হলো, তারপর I went for my SSC and HSC, and ওই যে বললাম না সবসময় opportunities দেখতাম, and the network that I had built from BYLC, ওরা সবসময় opportunities share করতো, and আমি দেখলে I was like, okay, I'll sign up for this, like হোক না হোক I'll sign up. So alhamdulillah it has worked out আর কি। ওরকম করেই পর দেখেছি যে অনেকগুলা organizationের সাথে জড়িত হয়ে যায়, and one of them was One Degree Initiative. Next year most of them left, like ওদের পড়াশোনা শেষ হতে বিদেশে চলে যাচ্ছিল বা ঢাকায় মুভ করতেছিল, and আমাদেরকে তখন আমার আবার I was like, no, I want to do this again, and I kept on pushing them like, please let's do it. And যারা তখন চিটং এ ছিল, they were like, okay fine, তুমি আসো, তুমি লিড দাও, সবাইকে তুমি পুশ করে make this happen, get everyone in a room. So তখন I got everyone in a room, and 100 Smiles এর আমি যখন ফার্স্ট তোমার অর্গানাইজিং টিমে ছিলাম, so that was the one that full-fledged আমি একটা অর্গানাইজিং বা লিড পজিশনে কিছু I carried on the responsibility. পরে চিটাগাং এর চ্যাপ্টার তো শেষের দিকে চলে আসে because I did my exchange program in the US, and it was quite a change of atmosphere and environment. When I came back, a lot of people told me that I was not the same anymore. I had lost like that একটা থাকে না যে enthusiasm towards life. I was just like very much work and অনেক organized হয়ে গেছি, আরো বেশি disciplined হয়ে গেছি। আগে maybe I was like enjoying life as well, but তখন I became too much যে আচ্ছা আমার এটা কাজ করতে হবে, খুব মেথোডোলজিক্যাল ভাবে করতে হবে, মানে খুব গুছানো হয়ে গেছে at a very young age আর কি, that people I don't think people really expected that out of me, and even এখনো বলে যে তুমি তো এটার পড়ার সেম নাই। But how I like to look at it is like I think it worked out for the better, because I am happy at the point that I am right now. and I finally found um, myself being in a place that I can also celebrate the passion I have for food through my food blogging. And I think I have like a good work-life balance right now.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting to hear. So how did that happen? Like the food blogging thing. I know like the volunteering and doing all these opportunities, they were like your passion. Food blogging, how did you start that? Or like what inspired you to start doing that?
So Instagram, so Ifibifis je namta, that's the name that I go by on Instagram or Facebook as a food blogger. And it was actually given to me by a friend, a Sri Lankan friend. I really like that name. I thought, oh, it's quite quirky. I can use it, and it stuck with me. And পরে যখন যে ইউএসএ ছিলাম, তো তখন আমি একটা ছোট ব্লগস গুগল ব্লগ স্পটে যেটা থাকে, ওখানে I opened up a small recipe blog আর কি। তো ওখানে I would share, I was gifted a baking book, so ওইটা দেখে দেখে রেসিপি গুলো বানাতাম, and I would share them on that platform. And সাথে সাথে I thought that Instagram মানে take that name later on, and এখন অনেকগুলো ইফিবিফিস নামটা অনেকটা অ্যাকাউন্টেরই আছে। So that just বাইরে থাকাতে তখন also I had access to good ingredients, তো তখন কুকিংটা অনেক বেশি করা হতো। বাসায় আসার পর it didn't মানে আর করা হয় না, it didn't continue. পরে যখন ঢাকায় আসলাম, তখন I think I was exposed to a lot of more food, like more cuisines, because ঢাকায় তো অনেক mashallah, we have like almost every cuisine.
Right, it's very diverse and way more diverse than
very
Chittagong.
exactly, like Chittagong DFC তে বসে থাকতাম।
Exactly, DFC ওইটাই ছিল, and Dhaka there are like all these country cuisines. I mean, if you just go to Chef's Table, you have all these options. And Chittagong, like I mean, whenever I try to order, I'm like, there is biryani, burger, pizza, and that's it. There's nothing beyond that.
Exactly. Well, it's just very, I know like those limited choices are like really good, like DFC is good, I love Eat and Treat, Amar tomar
right, Eat and Treat or Wings Gula, I think that was a whole
Wings and Patha,
phase
those
of,
things are
phase of my childhood.
But ওটা is like এক দুইটা জিনিস, other than that, as you mentioned, it's a lot of set menus and things like that, so there was not much of like much of a food experience there. But যখন ঢাকায় আসার পরে তোমার so আমি তো আদাবরে থাকি, and my university north south is in বসুন্ধরা, so it's quite a commute কিন্তু। আর আমাকে ড্রপ করার পর গাড়ি চলে আসতো, and আমার বোনের সাথে থাকতো, মানে আমার বোন goes to Brack, আপুর সাথে থাকতো, so লাঞ্চের টাইমটা আমার মিস হয়ে যাইতো, and I don't have breakfast, but I give high priority to my lunch, like that's my meal of the day. তো তখন আমি চিন্তা করলাম, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, লাঞ্চে তখন I got to know a few people through the club that I had joined North South, and we started eating out a lot, and I started picturing them. I was like, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, একটা মানে ইফিবিফিসের অ্যাকাউন্টটা তো নিয়ে রাখছিলাম, ওখানে ছবিগুলো দিতে পরে I think it was 2018, হ্যাঁ 2016 I started North South, and 2018 এর দিকে আমি একটা মেয়েকে খুঁজে পাই তোমার ইনস্টাগ্রামে, মানে ট্যাগ হ্যাশট্যাগের থ্রু, ওর নাম ছিল More to Brunch, so her name is Moshta Mahmood, and I see that she is studying in the UK, and she is based in Dhaka though. আর ওখানে মানে যখন শিলংয়ে ঢাকায় আসলো তোমার সামারে, she was posting pictures of food, so I reached out to her and I was like, I really like the way you take the food pictures, আমিও এরকম ছবি তুলতেছি, and then we got talking and we were like, okay, let's meet up. And she was like, তুমি জানো আরো অনেক food loving people কিন্তু আমাদের কমিউনিটিতে আছে, মানে there are like a lot of other Instagrammers that I know. I was like, তাই? And then she gave me a few names, and তারপরে we were like, why don't we organize a food blogging meetup? এটা তো বাইরে অনেক হয়, বাংলাদেশে তো food blogging conceptটাই ছিল না, to be honest. Now people use the word food blogging বা food bloggers. Back then we had a few like Facebook pages, and we had a few like vloggers, but ওরাও ওরা reviewers বলতো নিজেকে, কখনো food blogging জিনিসটা ছিল না, কেউ এটা ভাবতে পারতো না যে রিভিউ বলা ছাড়া একটা ফুডের পিকচারটাও দেয়া is considered blogging. So তখন we organized a meetup, and আমি তখন আমার Instagram storyতে দেওয়ার পর দেখি I think I had like 400 to 500 followers back then. A lot of people reached out, hey আমরা তো খাবারের পিকচার টিকচার দিই, আমরা কি মিটআপটাই জয়েন করতে পারবো নাকি? এরকম করতে করতে I think we had 15 to 16 people who signed up, and we organized a meetup in Town, and it got covered by a few newspapers. Like আমার একজন পরিচিত ছিল, তো ও নিজে থেকে যখন আমার স্টোরি দেখেছিল যে ও নিউজ এজেন্সিতে কাজ করে, তো বলা যে আমি কভার করতে চাই, লাইক শিওর আই উইল সেন্ড ইউ পিকচার্স এন্ড এভরিথিং। পরে দেখি যে ইট ব্লোজ আপ অল অফ আ সাডেন। আমি মানে নিউজ পেপারের জন্য আমাদেরকে ডেইলি স্টার রিচ আউট করে, ওইটা একটা রেগুলার নিউজ পেপার ছিল, বাট ডেইলি স্টার রিচ আউট করে, এন্ড when that goes on the paper, our followers like increased by like I think I had 2000, like within a week or 2 weeks time আমার 500 থেকে 2000 হয়ে গেছে। আর 500টা ছিল তোমার 2014 থেকে আমি 18 পর্যন্ত করে যতগুলো হয়েছে, I just had 500 followers. So it's just that we got exposed আর কি, আচ্ছা ও they take pictures, and যে ছবিগুলো দিছিল it was very funny picture, যে আমরা খাবারের ছবি তুলতেছি, উপর থেকে পা দিয়ে মনে হচ্ছে কোন একটা মডেলের কফি কাপের না মডেলের ছবি তুলতেছি। So I think that really piqued the interest of restaurant owners as well, and they started reaching out to us, and একটা invitation পাওয়ার পর থেকে it just kept on coming and coming, and you know they're just inviting us for food tasting, and they're like, hey, আমরা একটা নতুন জিনিস লঞ্চ করতে চাই, we want your opinion, and it just blew up. And এখন যে পজিশনে আছে, I think it's really nice because যারা আমরা at least authentic reviews গুলো দিই, some of the restaurants really take it by heart and they improve. So if I can use মানে আমার একটা passion project to do something good for other people, that they can eat more hygienic food বা healthier food বলো, but even if it's not healthy, at least a delicious meal, I was like, why not? So that's how it started and how it's going right now.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. Amrajiti, like I want to know, like say someone who wants to start, okay, two questions. So first, Sajesh, someone who wants to start in the field of volunteering or in the field of, you know, starting this whole leadership process or leading teams, what advice would you give to them, especially for younger girls who are at the university level or school level, rather, you know, just academics say on it focus thake, but nothing beyond that, which is so important, especially in today's world, everything is so fast paced. So what advice would you give for those people?
I think it's very important for you to at first realize where your strength lies. Actually মানুষদেরকে মানে মেয়েদেরকে actually suggest করা বিজি, ও তুমি সাইন আপ করো এই প্রজেক্টে, বা তুমি you know যখনই এরকম opportunities দেখো you should you know get yourself enlisted. We don't tend to realize that বাসার কিন্তু একটা restriction থাকে অনেকের. I think I got lucky that my parents were really motivating যে হ্যাঁ যাও করো, মানে they had that trust in me, but a lot of girls, they don't get that trust, like they don't win that trust from their parents to go out of their houses in the first place. So you need to understand যে if you do have those restrictions in place, আমি এখন কাউকে অ্যাডভাইস করবো না ভাই তোমরা আন্ডার 18 যারা দেখবে, যদি হয়ে থাকে যে এখন সবকিছু ব্যারিয়ার ভেঙে টেঙ্গে বাসার বাইরে চলে যাও, but try to understand what your strengths are, and তুমি একটা রুমের মধ্যে থেকে তুমি কি করতে পারো, whether it's blogging, whether it's like you know putting up videos of you know you singing or reciting a poem, or you know if it doesn't even have to be creative. If you just want to share your opinion on something, maybe a current scenario that's going on, or even how you're feeling while you know COVID is going on, I think you should start streaming it. মানে people do watch it. Maybe তুমি ভাববা যে তোমার ফ্রেন্ডসরা দেখতেছে না বা তুমি যাদের পরিচিত মানুষ দেখতেছে না, but at one point it's in the digital world, it's on the web, someone will see it. That's why it's very important to be careful how you use social media by internet, but at the same time it also has that power that you can voice your opinions or express your opinions to a certain extent. So strength gulo list down kore you can maybe start off from a digital site and then take it outside if you're not allowed. But if you do have that independence to go out, I would definitely say there are so many non-government organizations বা তুমি ছোট ছোট project করে অনেকজন, বা তুমি নিজেই একটা project initiate করতে পারো about a cause that you really care about, whether it's about for animals বা just for an underprivileged area. Just go with it. তুমি দুইজনকেও যদি help করো, it's going to have that ripple effect at one point. And share the pictures online as well যে তুমি কাউকে হেল্প করতেছো. I know এখন এটা এই কোভিড এর সময় অনেক বেশি হয়েছে যে যখন কাউকে হেল্প করা বলে যে এগুলো দেখায় করার কি আছে, বাট ভাই তোমরা বুঝতে চাও না যে দেখানোর কিছু না. when we do it, people who have proper intention, they do it to either encourage others to come out and do what they're doing, because ওদের মানে ক্যাপাসিটিটা নাই আর কি যে এতজনকে আমি সেভ করবো বা এতজনকে I'll you know reach out and help them out. So put them on the media and try to encourage other people. Every people counts আর কি. So
আচ্ছা
try to do that, and I definitely would recommend BYLC or J program gulo ache. They are really good as well. Like that's where my journey started. I try to keep up with what they're doing as well, and they're nice. So leadership center to me sign up kore you can see je ashole leadership concept ta ki. How is
হুম
it very different from being a dictator or something like that. So ওই basics গুলো at least ওদের থেকে যদি ওদের অর্গানাইজেশনের থ্রু ইনলিস্ট না হয় একটা কোর্স না করতে চাও, ওদের ইউটিউবে অনেক ভিডিও আছে. Watch videos on YouTube and see what leadership is. How can you volunteer? How can you start a small project? And that really will help you in the long run.
okay, that was a very, very good answer. Orniapu, do you have any questions that you would like to ask?
Here's something that I was wondering. So when you said, like you guys are having a small meetup and you didn't expect that things would just blow up and all, but after that when you started getting your first gigs, like especially paid gigs, so what was that like for you? Like, because that was I think not part of a plan, right? So how did that feel?
So that is মানে মানে ওইটা একটা যে এখনো কিন্তু পকেট মানি হিসাবে ধরা ধরা যায়. The amount that we get, it's still মানে অনেকজন ভাবে আমরা টাকা খেয়ে মানে ফেক রিভিউ দিয়ে এখন কোটিপতি হয়ে গেছে, something they have this perception, but it's not true. Like যদি বলা গেলে কি আমরা underpaid, we are the underpaid workers in the industry, এরকমও একটা vibe আসে মাঝে মাঝে. But to be very honest, when we did get, like, I got my first paid opportunity, I think it was really empowering at that point, because I did not I consider myself very privileged that I didn't have to pay for my tuitions at university or at school. My parents have been very supportive, so ওই extra burden টা চলে যায়. So একটা যে হাত খরচটা দিত ওইটা নিতেও না honestly speaking guilty লাগে যে প্যারেন্টস এত টাকা দিয়ে একটা প্রাইভেট ইউনিভার্সিটিতে পড়াচ্ছে. তো আমি আমি তো আমার ব্লগিংটা কেমনে চাই, আমি বাইরে খেয়ে খেয়ে চালাই, বাপকে বলবো যে আমাকে একটা যে থাই কুইজিন খাইতে যাবো আমাকে টাকা দাও. It just sounds very very spoiled. So when that first paid opportunity came, I think it was just that um sign that I can continue pursuing my passion and love for food without having to rely on my parents to support it. It's just a privilege. I do realize that blogging or just food blogging মানে এত ভালো ভালো খাবার খাচ্ছি, it's a privilege. So if I can support it by myself, I would definitely feel much more better and less guilty about the people who are going out hungry. I do acknowledge all of that. So yeah, I think it was very empowering. In one word, if I had to say, it was very empowering when I first got a paid job.
That must be a nice feeling.
Acha, so I think we can end today's session here. অনেকগুলা insightful জিনিস বলছেন, and it was quite inspiring to hear, your startup story. And it's amazing when you started only at 11 or 12 BYLC.
I think 11 or 12, yeah. I think it was towards the end.
Anyone who participates in events like this or anything beyond their academic life, it's so rewarding. I think সবার এই experience থাকা উচিত. The fact that you had it from such a young age, like kudos to you. Amazing to hear all that. Okay, so thank you for joining us today. I had really fun. Like, I had a lot of fun asking all these questions because but then like it never ends up happening, because everyone's busy with their lives. So I'm glad that Orniapu had came up with this whole idea to conduct this. So thank you, Orniapu. And from Shape, we had a question for you from Shape as well. So Orniapu, if you wanted to go on with that.
On Shape's note, I mean, I think we're pretty new and we're trying to do something. We're trying to tap on a very sensitive subject, like especially Bangladeshi society, like because I remember my first experience when I came out and told I want to work with lingerie, and everybody around me was like, what? So it was very weird, but because আমার নিজের just করতে the thought প্রায় 2 মাস লাগবে, but it was so hard to establish to people around me that this is a problem and somebody needs to work on this. And I think most obvious response I got from all the women around me, which surprised me, was hey, that's a problem, but it's how, you know, if we've been classic মানে কি বলবো যে conditioned into thinking that this is it, fit yourself into whatever you have. So I would like to know on that note, what's your opinion of this situation? Or I mean, there's a lot of health hazards that happen from wearing so many things. I mean, people don't know their right sizes, people this
Mm-hmm.
wearing wrong sizes lead to health issues, some issues as bad as like chronic back pain থেকে শুরু করে breast cancer. তারপর দেন সোশ্যাল ট্যাবুটা তো আছেই যে মানে can't openly make a purchase, you can't talk about this, it's always hush hush. And মানে societally, do you think this is something that's if it's not pulling the women back, but it's really putting us down in a position where we're not being able to work on something that's causing us discomfort on an everyday basis? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts would be, I think women are so much, I think we have always been so suppressed by so many responsibilities from the very beginning of our life. Um, a bra problem seems to be like the last of our issues. হ্যাঁ, so we don't really find the time, or আসলে ওইটাও একটা প্রিভিলেজ আর কি। ও আমার এখন একটা মানে I need a perfect cup ওয়ালা bra. So ওই চিন্তাটা মানে I think girls don't even dare to think something like that, যে এইটা একটা প্রবলেম হইতে পারে। কারণ বাসায় তো অলরেডি এত ঝামেলা আছে, ওয়ার্ক প্লেসে তো এত ঝামেলা আছে, পড়াশোনা করতেছি, এটা ঠেলে যে 4 বছর শেষ করবো বিফোর ইভেন এন্ডিং আপ গেটিং ম্যারিড অর একটা অ্যারেঞ্জ ম্যারেজের কথা উঠানো, it's just ওরকম একটা discomfort, মানে that's why they just don't want to acknowledge that problem, that is their number one. Secondly, আমাদের আগের যে জেনারেশনটা ছিল, they had this they have this, they still do, my mom still does, they have this perception যে একটু proper bra পরলে it looks very slutty, like I'll be using that, or it looks very slutty, যে হ্যাঁ মানে ফোম ওয়ালা ব্রা পরতে পারবা না, বা ভাইব্রেন্ট কালারের ওটা পরতে পারবা না। So those things were built into our system that you cannot. But nowadays, like with initiatives like Shape, but other women empowerment platforms where girls feel more comfortable talking about it without getting judged at this most of the times, I think the situation is gradually changing, but there's still a long way to go. So we need to keep talking. Even যদি হাসাহাস করেও হয় তাহলে at least ঠিক আছে ভাবির সাথে if you are going to chat about like someone else, might as well talk about আচ্ছা ভাবে আমার এই ঝামেলাটা হয়েছে, এই ঝামেলাটা কেমনে সলভ করে, let's figure it out. So yeah, I think it's gradually changing, but women really need to understand that despite of all the problems that you have, it's okay to speak about small situations, whether it's about your laundry problem, whether it's even about mental health. Like mental health এখন তো একটা জায়গা করে নিছে, but see, like just imagine কত বছর লাগছে to even address that issue. This is going to take a long time, but we are going to get there.
I sure hope so. And I think you tapped onto a really good point. How in general life just generally perceive করলে যে আমাদের সব প্রবলেম আমরা লাস্টে কনসিডার করি, মানে after office, after other people, সবার লাস্টে we come to us. It like goes on to show how we really have a long way to go. Okay, Ivrit, this was really nice catching up with you. I think, this was, I really hope people enjoy this, and I think they will, because all
Yeah,
this
me too.
background behind you, people, Manush Jantona, I'm sure a lot of people didn't know. But, and, I think just taking a step back into what you were saying, yeah, it's always a big step, an important step to cut toxic people out of your life. Like, even if they're saying things like "Tum অনেক change হয়ে গেছো," so it's like, yeah, হয়ে গেছে, growing up. So don't bother about that much.
Exactly, I think it's just very important আর কি নিজে মানে if you're happy in the place that you are at the pace you are at, I think it's good. It might feel like তুমি একটু নিজের কমফোর্ট জোনের থেকে বের হয়ে যাচ্ছ, যে আল্লাহ হঠাৎ করে নিজে থেকে empowered হয়ে গেলাম, by I'm an individual person. But at one point, like you're born alone, you die alone, so might live the life by yourself as well.
Preach that. I live by those words, honestly. Acha, so we're gonna end here. Thank you so much for everything
Thank
and
you.
joining us today. So bye. We'll catch up soon.